about that? Hold. What if I unmuted myself? Would that help? Would that help you hear me if I unmuted myself? Because it seems to be working now. Oh, hi, everybody. Hi, Davin. You were the first here. That was an incredible start. You shocked me with how fast you were here. Whoa, brother. Is Wednesday a good day for you? You seem kind of excited about it. Hi, Snap. Hi, Betty. Snap, you were first. Congrats. Cody, second. Hi. Cowboy's in here somewhere. Hi, everybody. It's nice to see you all. Hope you're doing well. I'm having a garbage day in a garbage week. And that's just how it's going. And I was this close to canceling, but I think I'm spiteful enough to just keep going. So that's the kind of energy I'm bringing to stream today. If you can see the title, it says, "Today is the day I hate art." And that's what we're going with. And instead of shying away from days like that, I'm just gonna run face first into the wall of those feelings. Because we all have them. You never miss a Kate stream? You really don't, Snap. I think you have perfect attendance, buddy. Just really impressive. So is the Wednesday, is that a good time for you guys instead of Friday? Honestly, shocked. Sock hands. My God. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Sock hands. Did I put a time on that? Single syllable mode too? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Hold, please. Can someone tell me how long the sock hands is for? Does it say that? Helmo? Oh my gosh. Y'all are bringing the chaos too. Let me look here. Sock hands is 10 minutes. That's very cool of me, isn't it? Okay, well, let me don the socks. And they're bacon and egg socks. Look at these. Look at these. Aren't those great? Also, if we're starting off by complaining, look at this. Look at this. I got paint on my favorite jacket today, and I'm just really ticked about it. So we're sock hands. We're doing it. I was actually putting some jewelry in these earrings right now. So I'll hold them up so you can watch me do that. That's great. This is a great way to cheer me up. Fucking pancakes. Love that for you. It's a great thing. Go ahead and put these on and see if I can start the timer with my sock hands. Did y'all ever make sock puppets when you were little? Look at this. I can't even push the buttons on my watch. This is the most I've concentrated today. Okay, here we go. 10 minutes for sock hands. When we're about halfway through, I'll stop doing single syllable mode. So now I will fix these. They don't have the bits for this hook guy. So I will put it in now with my sock hands. Here we go. Oh, a quote from a small bird. Oh, you are not for real life. Eat that food tonight. Now I don't know what the truth is, but I am mad about it. Did one. Sock hands. Oops, my bad. Bonk. Time to get one more. I can't pinch it to grab. Look at what I have to get out of here. There are lots. I can't pinch just one. So I need to use tool. with my sock hands. It is tough when it is not just one, but lots. Here we go. Have you all had good days on this day? No. No. Meh? Not good days. Cool. Join the club, right? Yay. Yay. You should put socks on your hands. And it will make us all glad, right? Meh. Oh, the cold is tough. Woo! This is tough, you guys. Da-da-da-da. Oh no, you are sick? Were you sick? Not just today, but the last day? Up since 4. Oh no, your old dog. Hooray for snow. Look, I did one more. Did one more with my sock hands. And now these are done. Yay! Where do I put them? Here. I said today. Ugh. Thanks, Snap. Not a good time. That is a tough word. I use it a lot. Gold star for me? Thanks, friend of cow. Yay. What time is it? Please, God, tell me. Oh, we have 6 left. 6 of them. That is a long time, you guys. I made a wrong choice with 10. Oh, brother. I I use paint on this guy. I will not paint her now. It will show. Oops. Hold, please. I can't take off my socks to fix that. So we will just chat for now. I will not paint this right now. Ooh, art or games? I had planned on art, but it is not set in stone. I could play games. Do some art. What do you think? Why? What half and half? Which first? I need to leave my hands like this so you can see. Oh, yeah. Those words just mean that I have big mad now. Not that I hate art for end of time, just that I'm big mad. That's all. I will still do art. Just do art mad. Woof. Oh, okay. I can speak in multiple syllable words. Yeah, the stream title. No, honestly, and Cowboy can attest to this. Like 15 minutes ago, I was crying and sobbing and in a bad mood because nothing is working the way that I want. I've been working on a logo design today, and nothing is what I want. And I've been painting, and the paint is not going where I want. And this mini looks like the Joker. And it doesn't matter how refined I am, it's just not going anywhere that I want it to. And so, yep, thank you, Cowboy Spaghetti, for attesting to that. Yeah, that's how you feel about your website. It's just, I don't know what it is. So instead of quitting, I'm leaning into it and I'm just going to stream angry. It's not really angry. It's just I'm kind of crabby. Like it's not really a big deal. But I don't know, that's healthy, right? Dealing with feelings. And I'm going to deal with it in a constructive way by painting a silly painting. And I'm going to see if I can fix my phone with my sock hands. Oh, it works. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's see if we can get the craft cam up. Can we do it? Maybe not. Maybe we can't. Maybe we can. So, craft cam. I'll show you Fern. I worked on it the other night. I've been working on it some more. I had to redo her face because it just honestly, it just made me mad. It really did. I was working with some of the shadows and the highlights, and I learned in my oil painting class that if the light hitting something is warm, then its shadow will be cool. Okay, Cody, I really don't know if you're having Mexican food or not, but I'm excited for you. And so I was working on doing cool shadows. Like we've got the glow from this light that's hitting her shoulder and this side of her face, which means the other side would have cool shadows. And then I tried to fix it and totally biffed it. And instead of quitting, I just kept going and it didn't get better. And then I was like, why isn't it getting better? And so to really solve the problem, I was like, I'm going to stream baking art. That's what it was. So that's how I'm feeling. Just a little demonic today. I'm not going to paint. We're going to draw our things. How's that sound? Pretty good with that. We're going to paint some angry people. What kind of angry people do we want to see? Any choices? Do we want them to be blobs? Do we want them to be who are we painting? Angry puffballs? Feeling like angry noodle with a cowboy hat. What kind of noodle? Like a ziti? Like a pile of collapsed noodles? Like whenever you make homemade pasta, the noodles are drying on the drying rack. A rigatoni. Okay, I'm gonna have to type and see what rigatoni looks like so that I don't mess it up. I cannot use the mouse. Oh my god. Rigatoni. Here we go. Rigatoni. Sure. Oh, okay. Okay. A pile of it? Or just a singular rigatoni? Multiple rigatoni. Timer's done. Thank you for the sock hands, cowboy. Also, don't forget the group channel redeem where I will read The Hobbit to you. I don't know how many more days we have on that. 10 days left. 10 days left, and then it restarts. So, okay, cowboy. Yep. If you want to hear me read The Hobbit, which today might actually be a nice day to do that. Just saying. I will read The Hobbit to you. Okay, cowboy hat and a pile of rigatoni. Do a pile. Rigatoni earrings. Snap. Because this is the mood I'm in, there are so many things that I need to do. My to-do list is an infinite scroll. It's like Mario 64 when you're trying to go up the staircase to Bowser's castle and it just keeps going. That's my to-do list. Nice. Flippy. Hi, Flippy. Thanks. If you couldn't hear me, I'm in a bad mood. But I'm also drawing rigatoni. Cowboy hat. What does a cowboy hat look like? Dear Google. Oh no. But thanks for contributing. We're 72% there on The Hobbit. That's super cool. All right. All right. All right. I think we need to go. Just because I'm taking off the bracelet doesn't mean our friendship is over, Cowboy. Just because I don't want it slapping the canvas. That's a really squat little hat, isn't it? Oh no, to the bad mood. Cowboy boot earrings, like the disco cowgirl stuff. Oh no, Cowboy, did I say something wrong? Was it that the percentage changed? What are we crying about? How is this rigatoni cowboy feeling? Also, these are the two pasta noodles that you're looking at straight on. This is your sideways noodle. Oh, come on. Control, delete. It's fine. It's fine. If it's the theme of the day, things breaking, we can fix it. All right, all right, all right. You know Cowboy's profile pic on Discord? I do know Cowboy's profile pic on Discord. All right, there we go. Is her profile pic a rigatoni? No. Actually, her profile pic on Discord, did you know that I painted that? It's in my studio. I did that. It's spaghetti. And it's haunted spaghetti. No. Oh, it was about the bracelet. No, we're still friends. We're still friends. We're good, buddy. Thank God. Yeah, we're friends. Cowboy, what color hat do you want? Also, should this be haunted as well? Profile pic needs to be an earring also. You know what? Considered that. Because I have a pasta extruder and I could make the individual strands of spaghetti. I Actually, I don't think I like this noodle right here. I don't think that should be the mouth. So I'm not going to have it be the mouth. Also, should he be on a plate? Cowboy hat colored. All right. You know what? You know what? That's how we're feeling today. Dang it. Whoa. Thanks. Whoa. What are we at now? What are we at? 76? Wow, we're getting close, guy. Oh, all right. Thanks for the alert, cowboy. Hope it's not crab legs. But if it is crab legs, that smells pretty good, honestly. I think this paint is congealed. Yeah. Oh, thanks for happening. Oh, not the crab legs. We're never going to see her again. She's gone forever. Crab legs do sound really good right now. We've got an ad break coming in 2-ish minutes, just so everyone is aware. You know what, Davin? Wallace and Frank have not visited us in a minute. We have not played Stardew Valley since that initial starting of the run. Which, I don't know why. We almost played one night, and then I think maybe I bummed myself out a little bit about having an evil run. And I was like, I don't really want to be evil. And so we just stopped playing. Then also the games that we play together kind of ebb and flow. We've been doing a lot of Valheim together. We have started The Village, which is going well. It has so much drama. So much drama. I think it could be a mini series, honestly. Cowboy Spaghetti embezzling funds from the treasury. That kind of stuff. But Dav and I will have you know that we have these bracelets that are Wanda and Fran, which are our initial Stardew Valley characters, and we considered getting Wallace and Frank bracelets, which is cute, right? All because of you. right, we got ads going now. Let's do a little bit of brown top because it's underneath the cowboy hat colored cowboy hat. Swear to God. Who says that stuff? Hmm. That is a bold yellow. It is. That is, what is this? What is this? Golden yellow. Which, guess what you're seeing here is pretty representative of what it is. I'll bring it down. Like, I'm going to work on the hat in the background a little bit. And then once I start putting in some details, it will, I'll bring it down with a more, pasta color. Toasted marshmallow. So how are we feeling about the background? Where is this pile of rigatoni? And if we make the decision quickly, Cowboy won't be here to tell us otherwise. If we have any opinions, is it on a plate? Is it on another pile of pasta? Is it sitting in a pool of sauce? Is it watching the sunset? Is it, don't do that one, that sounds complicated. Is it at the bottom of the ocean? Is it on a playground? Where is this pile of rigatoni? Or is it just in the darkness? Fighting for its life in a stomach. Okay, what's the story behind the hat? So I asked for opinions, and then let me scroll up. Um, Cowboy said an angry noodle with a cowboy hat, and then we decided to make a pile of noodles. Fighting for its life in a stomach. Okay, so what if we go for dark around it, and then over on the side we can make it look like stomach walls? Gosh, doesn't that sound horrendous? Ugh. We're gonna go for um, we're gonna go for a dark green. Dark, dark, dark. Here's the black. It's nice to see you here. Are you finished with work? The Wild West of Tummies. That should be the title, I think. So this is an English ivy green mixed with a little bit of black. I didn't want to do just a straight black in there, because that's no fun. I don't know why. What if in the background there were the little saloon doors? If I wanted to do a whole scene, I probably shouldn't have painted it so big. It's just a giant pile of pasta. Move my mouse. Try not to dump everything off my desk. I don't want to get too detailed with the pasta before I do the background. So I'm going to do everything kind of halfway just to get color on the canvas because we're being real loosey-goosey with it today. Okay. Let's clean this up. We're going to go... I want you to psychoanalyze this piece right now, Alice. Please. This is Total Depravity Black that we're using. Do a little bit of a wash around here, not on purpose, just because I didn't realize how wet my brush was. Do you like that one, Alice? We have to laugh so we don't cry. Unlimited Atonement Beige. We actually call that toasted marshmallow in the secular art world. Oh man, I'm getting paint on my desk. Rip. Yeah, so it's crafting hour. You know what? You said you were having a meh day. You could be a little chaos goblin too and just paint what you want. You could bead whatever you wanted. You can make whatever bracelet you wanted. It doesn't have to look good. It doesn't have to be anything. Or you could do something totally wonderful and refined. And if that's what you're doing, I love that. As for me and my house, we will choose chaos today. My sub's called Chaos Goblins. They're not. I actually struggled with what to name my subs, and I think they're all like plant themed. Well, I'm really questioning it. I know in the Discord, I think everyone's a gardener. We're getting a theme here, right? You know what? Is that what it should be called? A Chaos Goblin? Is that what we're going with? I don't know why I'm looking right this second. I could easily choose to do other things. Let's see. Okay, subscription names. Oh, tier 1 subscription is a botanist. Tier 2 subscription is a master gardener. Forgot I did this. Tier 3 subscription is a literal plant. No matter what you say, I'm not removing a literal plant. Do you want me to change it to Chaos Goblin just for that? Wait, 6 months? We couldn't, Davin? You. That's amazing. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Hold, please. Doing it. There. Tier 1, Chaos Goblin. Just for you. Actually, for all you guys, because you all wanted it. Thanks, buddy. I did it. I did it. I changed it. It's permanent. No take backsies. Mexican food secured? Congratulations. That sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. Okay, let's get darker at the bottom. And then we're going to go back and we're going to choose a color for the cowboy hat. Are we feeling anything in particular about the cowboy hat? Right. That really does sound good. That sounds so good. So let's see. That cowboy hat was pink. It was fine. Would you all like to see some colors? Would you like some choices for a cowboy hat? We are in a stomach. So it's a shaded place. It is not bright. We will definitely tone down some of this brightness. So whatever we choose for the hat, it will be pretty muted and stomach colored, I guess. What a weird thing to say. Pink hat. Okay. All in favor? You're going to say pink too? Okay, we got 2 in favor of pink hat. Are we feeling the right pink or more of this fuchsia? Right pink? Left pink. Oh, who's wearing the cowboy hat? Cody. It's a pile of rigatoni is going to be wearing the cowboy hat in a stomach, fighting for its life. So you know what? I'm going to go with the right pink unless there are any objections. Fuchsia. Okay. Okay, herd chef. Got it. Pink Brony Club. Pink Rigatoni Club. Okay, we got our outline there. You know what could actually change things is if I literally don't have a pink paint. It is, I wouldn't say it's an ode to Reverend Rigatoni. However, I asked for ideas and guess who piped up immediately? The Reverend. Pink Rigatoni Club. No, I did not see the Super Bowl commercial. What was that about? Flesh cowboy hats? It was probably as weird to type as it was to read. I am not sure what kind of follow-up questions to ask for that one. Were they built into their heads? Or was it still like a removable hat? They were built into the heads. Oh, brother. That's really something, isn't it? With ideas like that, my favorite thing to imagine is, how was it when the person pitched it? What was the response in the room? Was everyone like, yes, we've been waiting for someone to bring up this idea? It will heal our country if we have a commercial with flesh cowboy hats. Also, hold, that does remind me of something with the guy from I Think You Should Leave and the Detroiters. They had a commercial that was really weird with like the alien with the door, but I forget what it was for. Was it for pizza? That has his energy all over it. So if it was him, that makes sense. Tim Robinson? Is that it? I Think You Should Leave is one of those shows that makes me so deeply uncomfortable to watch. I also feel that way about Seinfeld. But one of my absolute favorite things from I Think You Should Leave, I think it was when in one of the last seasons. It was like the fake dating show, and everyone was like, "You're only here for the zip line." Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I I had a big laugh at that. So to walk you through what I'm doing, this is a mess. Sometimes I just paint like this for fun. Um, there are times when I struggle to just get something on the canvas. When I think about it too much, and if I think about it too much, nothing happens. And even if you don't do art, maybe you understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes just paralysis can keep you from doing anything. So I am literally getting paint and I'm scribbling on, or kind of scrubbing in the paint. I'm not wanting smooth transitions. I'm just getting something on here. What I'll do later is I will go back with some of the chalk pastels or other other medium. Maybe it'll be paint, maybe it'll be pencil, maybe it'll be like a paint marker, but I'll go back in and define those pasta shapes based on the colors of light and dark that I see. So instead of going in with a definite plan, I have a concept of a plan, and then we're going to see where it takes us. You every day, like being paralyzed by all the possibilities. Oof, don't I know it? Oh, you're back with leftover Qdoba and a slightly more solid will to live. That's fantastic. Happy for you, buddy. Also, is that Qdoba from like 3 days ago? That's fine. That's fine. Judgment? No judgment. Also, I need you guys to know I was going to get bangs today. And then my hair appointment was canceled because of the snow. Flippy, the Qdoba keeps. You're right. It does. Literally yesterday. Was that yesterday? That, Was it really? Oh, brother. I have no concept of time. I'm out here fighting for my life. Oh my God. You just saw me yesterday. Wow. That's bananas, buddy. No concept. None at all. Okay. So here's the earth. We're gonna do some shadows underneath this cowboy hat, and I'm actually adding in some of that gross stomach green. You know what? I trust you, Cody. Your bangs look really good, and I was very impressed when you told me that you did them yourself. Truly. It's just I can't. I have cut all of my hair before, and I recognize that other people could do it much better than I can. Also, I want it to look good. All right. Every hair. Yeah. Gonna go get my ears lowered. Right? Curly hair is different. I finally learned after years of haircuts that I have to ask the woman who cuts my hair. She does a fantastic job. But this very back layer, I have her cut it like an inch shorter than everything else. Because for some reason, the hair on my neck does not curl and it's just long. And I would have this long, ridiculous layer. So the first time I was like, I just need you to cut it an inch shorter just in that part. And she's like, okay. And it was perfect. I also hate that you made that joke, but I really don't. I really don't hate it. I like that you did it. Uh-huh. Yeah, you're right, Alice. It can look pretty wild. Okay, let's find some way to do. Reach back here, get a tile. Is this dry? This is dry. So let's go here. I don't have any pink at all. You hate that joke with a burning passion? Wait, you haven't had chaos in a while. What are you talking about? Oh. All right. All right, Cody. What do you want? Do you want the gardener? Do you want the witch hat? What are we feeling today? Gardener. Can't believe it. You stinkers are going to make me laugh and have a great time when I just want to stay in a bad mood. You guys come in with your chaos and your jokes. Y'all are so fun. Here we go. Gardener time. You're dreaming of your garden? Yeah, not today, huh? Are you starting your seedlings yet? Is it time? When does that start? I haven't even looked up the last frost for the year. Wouldn't it be like an April situation? Hmm. Okay, this is just the base color here, and then we can, depending on what kind of paints I have available, we can add different colors to the shading and the highlighting to make it look a little more fuchsia. I'm just working with what I have, which is not a lot. Just the collection of Apple Barn paints that I have or that I've stolen from children. It's not even good paint. Oh, yeah. It would be nice to have a greenhouse. When I was growing up, my parents had a greenhouse, and I remember my mom would start her seedlings, and she had all the foam trays, and she had them, they were like 2, 3 inches deep. And then she had like the teeny, I don't even know the name of the tool, but it was like the teeniest, tiniest little shovel, like a itty bitty spade that she would get out of the foam trays and get the little seedlings and then plant them. We need a bit skull to buy you new paints. That would be fun. I have never actually bought nice acrylic paint ever in my life. Yeah, never in my life. I'm seeing this strap and it's really bothering me. In fact, when I bought the paint for this oil class, that was one of the first times where I have gone to buy individual tubes of more expensive paint. And it was still student grade oil paint. The student grade is like, some of them were $20 a tube. Oh, that one hurt my feelings when I went to check out. Apple Barn for life. Like if I were into professional acrylic painting, that would be different. You like the D&D minis, I buy specific paint for that. That makes sense. But for just goofing around, Apple Barn for life. I do have some standards though. I will never, ever use Rose Art crayons. And I will always use, I don't even know how to say it. It's the type of pencil that starts with a T and it has the green metal part on it. Those are the best pencils. I can't be convinced otherwise. What, Cody, the Rose Art? There, good. Okay, Ticonderoga. Is that how you say it? That is definitely the brand. That's all we use. Because it is the best. Absolutely. Best pencil, but also best eraser. Got it in one. Sound it out. Okay. Ticonderoga. Best pencil, best eraser. If you can't erase the pencil that you've written in, you're worthless to me. And I will throw you away. Unable to be redeemed. Let's get some purple iris. Oh, maybe it's not Apple Barn, it's Apple Barrel. Is Apple Barn the restaurant in Gatlinburg? Is that what I'm thinking of? Apple Barrel is the paint. Where is there? Yeah, these are all Apple Barrel. Thanks. Thank you for that. It's okay. I think we all knew what we were talking about. Let's see here. None of us can read. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. What does a cowboy hat look like? All right. So we've got some shadows underneath here, of course. Hey, Flippy, by the way, if you have an excess of channel points, you can donate them to the channel redeem, where I'll read The Hobbit to everyone. I don't know what happened here. What happened there? Okay, that's how that's supposed to look. Then we're doing you've donated a few hundred things. 8,000 raised. Oh my goodness. We're almost there. This is exciting. I'm gonna scoot this picture over of the cowboy hat I'm looking at. Hmm. Oh, I think I've confused myself by doing a stream on a Wednesday. Because in my head, I was thinking, oh, I'm so excited for the weekend tomorrow. Weekend's not tomorrow. Ooh, I hate that I said that. Hmm. Unsay it. Oh, just ban me. I'm sorry I brought it up. Is it confusing to you guys too? I only do art on Fridays. That is the shallowest looking cowboy hat I've ever seen in my life. Jeepers. That's fine. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in present. It probably does not help that I'm painting on a flat surface instead of like on an easel. So my perspective is in the toilet or in the stomach. We can say that my perspective is in the stomach because this little dude is in a stomach. Let's fix these lines. And also, because I just went ahead and painted over everything. Literally everything. Why is the rigatoni in the stomach I think that was just decreed. Was it Davin who said it? Or who was it? The stomach acid looks like it may have an ulcer. Absolutely. I think that's maybe the point. 'Twas I who decreed that it's in his stomach. Thank you, Davin. Thank you, stomach. All good rigatoni must be eaten. So, thanks for getting that. Do y'all have a favorite type of pasta? Is it rigatoni? Also, I would love to hear everyone's opinion on this. It gives a conflict. Okay, the conflict. It's in the stomach. What has happened to this pile of rigatoni? What sort of where is it on the hero's journey? Thank you, Snap, for the stretch. Is this the end of the rigatoni? Is this part of the struggle that it needs to go through to find out what it can truly be as a pasta? Reason two, reason to be wielding a cowboy hat. Wait, what about being in the stomach means it has to wear a cowboy hat? Because it's a Wild West stomach? Is that what you meant by that? Okay. Okay, this was much needed, Snap. Thank you. It's on the quest for the perfect sauce. Its fated mate. Okay then. Okay, buddies. Its fated mate. This will make me cry. This will make me cry. It's Pink Pony Club. What's happening? You find romance at the Pink Pony Club. That's where the rigatoni is. Star-crossed lovers. Okay, okay. Chapel Pikachu. Jody. Yeah, y'all are doing a fantastic job of living up to the Chaos Goblin name. 10 out of 10. Chapel Rigatoni, get out of here. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Gavin is on a roll. Okay, before I paint these eyes, just know I've had nothing else to do but be sassy. I'm so honored that this is where all your sassiness is coming to land. I love that. Okay, so how is the rigatoni feeling? I'm gonna do some big cartoon eyes, of course. But is it like this cowboy spaghetti is like the PTSD dog, like looking deep into its memories and is haunted by everything it's come across. Is this little guy feeling the same way? Is it hope that we're feeling? Are we hoping that the rigatoni will find its favorite sauce? Is it haunted by what it's seen? Hallmark movie and love. So are we gonna do big like romance eyes, like anime twinkle? Because I would be okay with that. Yes. Okay. Dear Google. Okay. Got it. Y'all are full of great ideas today. Okay. Come on. Anime. Or maybe it's like kawaii? Is that what we're called? Oh. Does it have a mouth? Oh, these are so cute. No, that was absolutely not my plan. Hi, Teague. Welcome in. Everybody's a chaos goblin. Davin's on a roll. We're painting a pile of rigatoni. It's a love story. Welcome. That was a lot of sentences that I just said to you with really no context. So I hope you're doing well, Teague. Okay, let's see. I don't want to go an eyelash route because I can't even believe I'm going to say this. I want it to be a pile of rigatoni without gender. Um, Cowboy Spaghetti wants to collaborate. Okay. Oh, you canceled your request to join. Bet. Sorry. Cowboy Spaghetti does not want to collaborate. That's fine too. You hit too many buttons all at once. That's fine. That's okay. You're doing your best, buddy. It's okay. We don't have to collaborate. Okay, actually, this music is for real sad, and I can't even do those fake sad eyes. I'm gonna skip that one. You know what? I do want that for my stream. How dare you say otherwise? Oh, we're going big eyes. Big. Placement doesn't have to be perfect because it's a pile of pasta. Who cares? We love hot garbage here. Join the club. You're prepared for chaos? Yes. Okay. Your partner just told me that this isn't the only strange food art wearing a hat. It's like a weird coincidence. I guess there's a whole troop of us, huh? Okay, why does this guy seem haunted too? Am I just painting my feelings? Oh, God. Next thing you know, I'll be cutting off my ear. Those are some big peepers. You changed the title and cat. What did what? You did? Oh, because it's Valheim? Bless. I don't even know what's happening. can I even see this? Where? That's so cute. Will Chapel Rigatoni find love at the Pink Pony Club? Chat decides the painting's fate. That's so cute, buddy. I love that. We only have like 45 minutes to go before your stream. That's not much time to find love, guys. 45 minutes? Oh my god. Oh my god, we gotta rush. Love is waiting. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Cowboy, did you know that you have 45 minutes before your stream, buddy? Ooh, sorry for that. I believe in us too. We can do it. We can do it, gang. Okay, so is this a face like the pile of rigatoni? Is this Chapel Rigatoni? Is that their name? Are we? I mean, that makes sense with the title change. Is Chapel looking across the room and seeing their true love? And is it a face like, like, oh my god, I can't believe what I'm seeing? Is that what we're going for? It's Cody. Davin, absolutely. Absolutely, she has. She's the mayor of Evansville in Valheim. That's the name of our village. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? I don't think I meant to use that color. That's fine. We'll just scrub it in. Oh. We'll just paint over that. Problem solved. Look at that. You know what? Let's do that. And then every time you hear it, you literally laugh out loud. It's ridiculous. Evansville is the name of the town that we decided to make. That's just ridiculous to me. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, this is not permanent, but it's gonna look scary. We will go back and add in some light to the rigatoni's eyes. Not now. We're still swimming in these pools of darkness. Okay? Bye, Spaghetti. You got some stuff to do. Hopefully, I'll have a new painting whenever you come back. So you're making a demon creature. It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? It's a self-portrait, Teague. What's this mess? Oh, what did Alice say last night? We were in the village of Evansville in Valheim. What was it? She had left trash somewhere and she said, "Excuse the mess. We're making memories." Pardon the mess, we're making memories. Yeah, in Valheim. The Valheim village of Evansville. making glorious. Yeah, for those of you who have not seen the Valheim streams, they are chaotic. They are chaotic. Um, there's a fighting arena now. Last night, to be clear, in Valheim, I murdered 3 children. That was just before I got criminally charged for picking up my own trash. The sanitation department in Evansville is very... They are really good at their job. They built a dumpster, which is an obliterator. No, obliterator. There we go. I really want children. They're fun. They're chaotic. They built a sanitation department. You're not a child? Oop. I'm sorry. I did kill Chet. I was thinking of the 3rd child. It's Gripple on the run. It's true. There was one moment that I need to clip of the mayor running from the sanitation department, who is also the owner of the bank. And I think the background should be yakety sax. Just running through town, evading the owner of the bank. Okay, for a mouth, what are we hoping for? Is this it's true. Oh, okay. See you soon, Cody. You were evading the bank for putting money in everyone's account. Yep. When you realized that you put all the children in charge of distributing funds for the village. Okay. We are going to go with... Let's see here. See here. Is that what we want? That size? Powder. Yeah, we do need recaps of it. That is something that Cowboy and I need to do this week. Just sit down and clip it. Maybe find a way to make talking heads. I don't know. I'm not good at editing things. Just because I haven't tried. I don't have the skill set. And so it's something that I depend heavily on others for. So, but I think an episode rundown. Maybe we should do maybe it should be its own channel in Discord where we can type out a play-by-play of all the drama in the town. It's a lot to keep up with. I've only got one word for your behavior. Wig. I don't get that, but I would love to. Let's see. Oh, that's true. She did steal from the Free Community Bakery. And you got in trouble for that one too, didn't you? we're going to do multiple coats on these eyes. Because it's not covering up all of that black paint the way that I wanted. That's fine. Hi, Bose. How are you? Welcome in. Okay, thanks for the reference, Davin. Bose, welcome to the studios. The Flower Sister Studios. It's me. We're doing great. We're in a very chaotic mood right now. It has been, I'm bringing weird vibes, and everyone else is matching me. So actually, this is not the Kale Baby Spagucci. This is Chapel Rigatoni. And Chapel is looking for love in, is it in the Pink Pony Club, or did we give it another name? Pink Pony Tum. I don't know. No, sometimes I do art and I take suggestions from chat and we paint whatever we want. And I do it based on their recommendations. And so today, the suggestion was that we paint a pile of rigatoni, and it has just kind of morphed and developed from there. At the Pink Pony Club, that is where this pile of rigatoni is looking for love. That's right. Will they find it? Are they looking for is it sauce that they're looking at? Are they looking at other pasta? Are they looking at I don't know. What is Chapel Rigatoni falling in love with? Nobody knows. But we're in a chaotic mood, so welcome in. Yes, oh, happy birthday, Chapel Ruin. This is a tribute to the Pink Pony Club. Oh, okay, right. Are we almost matched here? I think so. It's almost the same. I'll get this down and then we will... Shots fired. Where I keep losing my reference photo. My reference photo of tiny adorable faces, to be clear. Here we go. We're going to do a big dot here. Match it on the other side. And then one more, I think. Is Cowboy the drama? What's not to love, Bose? Honestly, it's fantastic. Drama and vibes. And also warmth and laughter and encouragement, if we could be clear. Cowboy is a wonderful person. And she listened to my ranting today for a very long time. Okay, so that's fine. We'll work with that. She's also short but lovely. Yeah. Bose, did you come into here just to pick on Cowboy? How did you know she would be here? Okay, let's see here. We're going with... Chapel Rigatoni. Anything can happen, really. Love is being found at the Pink Pony Club for Chapel Rigatoni. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for happening. Thanks for the oops. It's actually the perfect little emote. Thanks for the tab. Bose, it is really great to see you. I never stream on a Wednesday, and I'm finding that maybe that is a good day so that I can see friends. So thank you. Thank you for visiting. It was good to chat with you. Yeah, Snap, I did change it to thanks for happening. That was the night that I said it. It was an immediate situation. God, what a night. Just woof. Okay, Chapel Rigatoni is starstruck right now. We can see that, right? There's love in these eyes. Wednesdays mean you will always be here. Okay, well, maybe I'll change it to Wednesday. Rigatoni sock puppets? No. What needs to happen is, you know the wavy hand guys that you see outside of car things? It needs to be a yellowish or a tan noodle, and then it's like a full body thing. So that may need to be Cowboy's Halloween costume. Right? You could paint lines down the sides of it, like the rigatoni noodle. I think that needs to happen. Okay, is this dry? Ish. Let's see. We're gonna work smarter, not harder. We'll see if this works. These paint pens are such a great idea. I didn't find out about them until maybe last year. Like, literally didn't know they existed. When I had some very detailed earrings that I was painting, and I had a friend who was like, hey, you know they make markers that you can use. Changed my life. I gotta see what you guys are saying. Desk size, wacky, waving, inflatable tube man. Oh my gosh. Yes, brain cell. Oh, speaking of detailed earrings, you need an update on the coffee cups. The coffee cups. Where did I put them? I actually finished them. I'll show you. I finished them and I got them all tagged. Ready? Blammo. Coffee cups. To-go cups. These always sell out. So I made, I think, 26 pairs. So maybe that will last. But when can I buy? I'll be real with you guys. I was supposed to have a release like on Monday. Thanks, Mouse. Cody redeemed, put on a hat. So I put on a hat. Yeah, so I was supposed to have a release on Monday, but I did not because tragic life events happened and it just didn't happen. And so I'm hoping for a release soon. I don't know if it will be next week because that would require me making the rest of them. But you know what? If you, let's see, I'll chat with you later. How about that? I'll do that. Because I do have them available. Oh, there we go. No pressure, only excitement. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I hear your excitement. I need to read it as excitement instead of what I'm feeling of utter panic. That $100 is burning a hole in my digital pocket. I know, buddy. I know. You know what? Oh, I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Are you wanting a pair of the charcuterie boards? Is that what you're waiting on, Snap? Because what I may just need to do is just make a pair of the charcuterie boards for you and then have a release later. His life has just been really lifing lately. It's really doing its thing. Really doing its thing. Oof. You're waiting for something to wait, what are you waiting on, Teak? This 2025 has just been 5 2020 stacked in a trench coat. Oh my god. You might be right, and I hate that. Moss. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. You know what? The moss was also supposed to be in that release as well. Okay. I will. I need to do that. Yeah. Moss intensifies. Moss. 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 I'm so happy you guys are here today. I think I want everyone to know that I'm out of my funk. Thanks, buddies. I'm actually really glad that I didn't cancel today because y'all have cracked me up. This is the best. Okay, he's kind of cute, I think. I kind of like him. Okay, so let's do. I'm gonna find the blue. Actually, here's a red. Do I want red? I want red. Oh, that's very red, isn't it? Wow. We'll fix the rest of the colors later. You know, I ended up saving memes from 2020 just because it was such a wild year. And from time to time, not often, because it makes me sad, but from time to time, I'll go back and look at the memes that I saved, and they're really funny. What a year! Soul, My Black, Ultrafine. Is this it? Probably. Oh, thank you, Snap. There it is. Thank you for the hydrate. You didn't get consumed by the heated blanket, but you know, honestly, not a bad way to go. Look at the wonder in the pasta's eyes. Right. The title of the chat has been changed. This is Chapel Rigatoni, and Chapel Rigatoni is looking for love. And I think at this point, when we meet Chapel Rigatoni, maybe they have spotted it. Who are they seeing? Who has caught their eye? It's true love. Okay, I'm not gonna outline those yet because I think they're still wet. Chapel found love. Don't worry. Oh, your first, second year of grad school? No, sounds like kind of a busy time for you, but midst of teaching 2-year-olds. What was I doing in 2020? I was working at a bike shop, which, may I remind you, 2020, when things shut down, is when everyone discovered that the outdoors existed. That was wild. It was really wild. Yikes. Okay, so we need to make this noodlier, right? I don't think I have a brown paint pen, which would have been so cool of me. But alas and alack, can't win them all. Outdoors, Davin, touch grass. The more I hear of your lore, the more I need to know. There's a lot there, buddy. 2020, we're having fries thrown at me at work because people were angry. There was a lot of anger out there. I'm sorry that it resulted in you getting fries thrown at you. Welcome in. How are you, buddy? Cody, I hate that you're sick. Wish you would just stop that and not be sick anymore. It's not a cowboy nugget painting. This will turn into a pile of rigatoni because this is Chapel Rigatoni and they have found love. So, just so we're clear, they have spotted love and they have found it. Okay, now I'm looking for image searches of rigatoni. I love it. Is this how you look right now, looking at the painting, Danny? Okay, I'm actually going to get my charcoal out if I can remember where I put it. Oops. Stuff just went flying. It's fine. Danny, have you had a good day? I sure hope so. Redeem it for the rest of us. Okay, so there's a little noodle. There's a little noodle. I'm not going to sketch in all the noodles because that would be way too much. Right? That would be too much. Let's see. We want highs and lows, mostly good. It's good. I mean, if we're averaging high, then that's awesome. That's fantastic. Maybe I just will draw in all the noodles. So just to give everyone a heads up of what's going to happen, tonight we are planning on raiding into Cowboy Spaghetti's stream. She's got some friends who she's playing with, having a great time. She usually spends about 30 minutes or so chatting before ads run, so I may spend some time finishing this up before we say hi to Cowboy Spaghetti. There you are, Cowboy. Hi. I was just talking about you. Oh my god. Wow, that was too big. Okay, let's start to bring this to life. What do we say? Would y'all be okay with that? Noodles. What brown is this? This is just A cinnamon apple barrel. What are we doing? We're gonna go. It's just gonna be a quick shading job. Try to put the darkest parts where the darkest parts already were. But sometimes they won't always line up. That's okay. One of my favorite things about streaming is when one person enters the chat and it's like walking into a crowded room and everyone gets to say hello to one another. I think that's really charming. To be honest, I didn't expect it when I joined Twitch. Oh, no school for you tomorrow? Congratulations. Have they already called it off for the rest of our area? I guess we could look on the website that tells us. Everybody knows your name. It's your fave Teague, right? It really is sweet. I did not expect it, and I'm really happy that I get to experience it. You had a snow day today? That's exciting. We continued with our normally scheduled programming. Um but it was not bad at all. Oh, okay. I saw that our city had posted pictures of the plows out. I don't know what kind of where they have plowed through and like what is traversable, I guess. But that makes sense. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Also, one final thing to say about coming into a chat and everyone saying hi to you is it's nice to be in a place where you know that people are excited to see you. Maybe that's whoa, that's so dark. Oh, rip. Maybe that's what is so charming about it. Okay, it's dark, but we're working with it. That's fine. Oh, it's not like that in every community? I'm happy it is here. It's nice. I mean, even as a baby streamer, like it feels like such a big deal for even one of you to be here. And I think that's worth celebrating. It's so fun. And I can get where if you had like tens of thousands of people watching, you couldn't say hi to everyone. I'm happy it is how it is here. Crispy really good, Tony. Yeah, that got a little burned. I don't know how. Oops, I need to make that more of a wash. And then we'll come along the other side and add some highlights. What do we think about that? Finding a group where you're accepted and that's enjoyed, yeah, it's a really great feeling. It's fantastic. How lucky are we that we have found places like this in our lives? I can't even believe I'm saying that. I was so angry when I started stream today. Look, you guys have got me feeling all the nice things about the world again. What have you done to me? Ugh. Rigatoni Zesty Supreme Special. Okay, that is so dark. Oh gosh. Okay, it's fine. It's a wash. Mm-hmm. Just a little spicy. Little cooked. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, what if I got a cleaner brush? My water is so dirty, you guys. That's probably not great for painting. They are cooked. Woof. Aren't they? I'm gonna come back later with some better stuff than what I'm showing right here. Because I actually don't like that. Not a bit. But we're committed. We're gonna finish it out. I don't know if this is unique just about my art or if every artist is like that. But sometimes if I make a bad choice and there are multiples of what I'm doing, I just continue on so that everyone can match in their bad decisions. Instead of having just like one rigatoni that is unfit for society, let's make them all unfit for society. Toasty rigatoni. You know what? I'm going to fix it. Because this, like, once I get the shading in, it'll be easy to tone this down with a wash. Right? Because acrylics, you can thin it out. We can fix this. This is fine. I'm not worried in the slightest. I do need to find a good brush, though. Ooh. Ooh, look at it. Ooh, has he ever been used? Wow. Look at that. Okay. Let's mix a color. Oopsies. Kate is the Bob Ross of Chapel. That's right. That's what we're doing here. We're bringing pasta to life. Oops, that's gloss. No, thank you. Thanks for the lurk, Danny. Oh, good luck. Best of luck. Okay, here we go. once I get these kind of vaguely sketched out with paint, it'll be so easy to come back with like the thinnest charcoal or something. It's not charcoal. This stuff. These doodads. And add some highlights and lowlights. Add the lines of the rigatoni noodle. Basically, what I'm saying is there's no reason for me to be limited by just using acrylics only. There's no rules. Heck, I'm painting pasta with a cowboy hat on. Who says there's rules? And since we're not drawing every single piece of rigatoni, it's okay if it's kind of vague. Pastels, maybe. I've had my pastel set since high school, I think. So I have also limited range there. Yeah, very much mixed media vibes. Whatever kind of mark making I want to do, I'm going to do. Because again, this is silly. We're here for fun. This is just for good feelings. Although, what if one day you went to an art gallery and saw a painting of a pile of rigatoni with a hat on? That would be so funny. And then hoity-toity people like, oh, this is real art. That would be really funny. This is my place. I make the rules. This is my studio. I can do what I want. You guys aren't in charge of me. Okay, at this point, it looks like a mix between an asteroid and maybe some Swiss cheese vibes. So there's quite a bit of work to do to make this look like a pile of rigatoni. That's oh my gosh, it ends up on an art restoration channel in 200 years. That would be hysterical. Oh my gosh. Wait, there's a Taylor Swift song about what? I'm going to give you a chance to take the floor and tell me about a Taylor Swift song. I feel like there's so many of you in stream who would fight to take the floor for that. You contributed all you had to the Hobbit reading. Ooh, 8,700. We only need like 700. I'll go get the book. Did we do it? Did we do it? We're almost there. Do it. Do it right now. We have 47 left. 47 more. Peak. Okay. Okay. You did it. Hey, Ice, how's it going? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll BRB. I'm gonna go get the Hobbit. Y'all take a bathroom break, go get some water, get a heated blanket. I will be back after I get the book. See you soon. All right, nerds, y'all ready for a book? You did it. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to chatting. I am going to turn down the volume just a smidge on the music. Congratulations, community challenge. So proud. So proud. All right, here we go. This is The Hobbit. It is a book by this guy named Junior Tolkien. Just kidding. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it now. I'm so excited. Here we go. The Hobbit, or There and Back Again. Here we go. Little picture of a dragon guy. Look at him. Look at him. All right. I love maps. This is a good map. I'm going to show you the map. Take a peek. Love it so much. Here we go. It's so fun. This is so fun. I'm jazzed about this, you guys. Okay. I can't read these words. Okay. Chapter 1, An Unexpected Party. In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. It had a perfectly round door with a porthole, painted green, with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. The door opened onto a tube shaped hall like a tunnel, a very comfortable tunnel without smoke, with paneled walls and floors tiled and carpeted, provided with polished chairs and lots of pegs for hats and coats. The hobbit was fond of visitors. The tunnel wound on, going fairly but not quite straight into the side of the hill, as all the people for many miles round called it, and many little round doors opened out of it, first on one side and then on another. No going upstairs for the hobbit. Bedrooms, bathrooms, cellars, pantries, lots of these. Wardrobes, he had whole rooms devoted to clothes. Kitchens, dining rooms, all were on the same floor, and indeed on the same passage. The best rooms were all on the left hand side going in, for these were the only ones to have windows. Deep set round windows looking over his garden and meadows beyond, sloping down to the river. Doesn't that sound lovely? Oh my gosh. This hobbit was a very well to do hobbit, and his name was Baggins. The Bagginses had lived in the neighborhood of the hill for time out of mind, and people considered them very respectable. Not only because most of them were rich, but also because they never had any adventures or did anything unexpected. You could tell what a Baggins would say on any question without the bother of asking him. This is a story of how a Baggins had an adventure and found himself doing and saying things altogether unexpected. He may have lost the neighbor's respect, but he gained, well, you will see whether he gained anything in the end. The mother of our particular hobbit. What is a hobbit? I suppose hobbits need some description nowadays, since they have become rare and shy of the big people, as they call us. They are, or were, little people, half our height, and smaller than the bearded dwarves. Hobbits have no beards. There is little or no magic about them, except the ordinary everyday sort which helps them to disappear quietly and quickly when large stupid folk like you and me come blundering along, making a noise like elephants which they can hear a mile off. They are inclined to be fat in the stomach. They dress in bright colors, chiefly green and yellow, wear no shoes because their feet grow natural leathery soles and thick, warm brown hair like the stuff on their heads, which is curly. They have long, clever brown fingers, good natured faces, and laugh deep, fruity laughs, especially after dinner, which they have twice a day when they can get it. Now you know enough to go on with. As I was saying, the mother of this hobbit, of Bilbo Baggins, that is, was the famous Belladonna Took, one of the three remarkable daughters of the old Took, head of the hobbits who lived across the water, the small river that ran at the foot of the hill. It was often said in other families that long ago one of the Took ancestors must have taken a fairy wife. That was, of course, absurd, but certainly there was still something not entirely hobbit like about them. And once in a while, the members of the Took clan would go and have adventures. They discreetly disappeared, and the family hushed it up. But the fact remained that the Tooks were not as respectable as the Bagginses, though they were undoubtedly richer. Eating like a hobbit is the best eating schedule, right? Dinners all the time. Not that Belladonna Took ever had any adventures after she became Mrs. Bungo Baggins. Bungo, that was Bilbo's father, built the most luxurious hobbit hole for her, and partly with her money, that was to be found either under the hill or over the hill or across the water, and there they remained to the end of their days. Still, it is probable that Bilbo, her only son, although he looked and behaved exactly like a second edition of his solid and comfortable father, got something a bit queer in his makeup from the Took side. Something that only waited for a chance to come out. The chance never arrived until Bilbo Baggins was grown up, being about 50 years old or so, and living in the beautiful hobbit hole built by his father, which I have just described for you, until he had, in fact, apparently settled down immovably. By some curious chance, one morning long ago, in the quiet of the world, when there was less noise and more green, and the hobbits were still numerous and prosperous, and Bilbo Baggins was standing at his door after breakfast smoking an enormous long wooden pipe that reached nearly down to his woolly toes, neatly brushed, it says in parentheses. I need you to get a part-time job as an audiobook reader. I will take a break and tell you that I did have a bit of a dream to have like a night Twitch stream, and it would be late at night, and you would get in your jammies and I would read you a book. I think that would be fun. Okay, here we go. He's smoking his pipe that reached down to his woolly toes, which sounds like a really big pipe, right? Woof. Gandalf came by. Gandalf! If you had heard only a quarter of what I have heard about him, and I have only heard very little of all there is to hear, you would be prepared for any sort of remarkable tale. Tales and adventures sprouted up all over the place wherever he went, in the most extraordinary fashion. He had not been down that way under the hill for ages and ages, not since his friend the old Took died, in fact, and the hobbits had almost forgotten what he looked like. He had been away over the hill and across the water on businesses of his own since they were all small hobbit boys and hobbit girls. Literally any time. Oh my god, you guys are so cute. Wondering if you'd consider coming to read to the kids. I mean, okay, so Alice, here's more lore. I was a teacher for a while and we did read alouds at school. And so, yeah, actually, I read this story to my class. And whenever we get to this point in the book, I will tell you that something very, very startling happened. And the kids were so into the book that they screamed. You're going to have to start taking notes. This is amazing already, but it would be over the top of amazing if you had concerning hobbits. Oh, if I played that, would my stream get taken down? What grade did you teach? Second through fourth grade. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm lost. Okay. All that the unsuspecting Bilbo saw that morning was an old man with a staff. He had a tall, pointed blue hat, a long gray cloak, a silver scarf over which his long white beard hung down below his waist, and immense black boots. Good morning, said Bilbo, and he meant it. Listening ears on, everybody. The sun was shining, and the grass was very green. Gandalf looked at him from under long, bushy eyebrows that struck out further than the brim of his shady hat. Okay, what if his hat was this big and it was like that much eyebrow? That's a lot. What do you mean? He said. Do you wish me a good morning, or mean that it is a good morning whether I want it or not? Or that you feel good this morning? Or that it is a morning to be good on? All of them at once, said Bilbo, and a very fine morning for a pipe of tobacco out of the doors into the bargain. If you have a pipe about, you sit down and have a fill of mine. There's no hurry. We have all the day before us. And Bilbo sat down on a seat by his door, crossed his legs, and blew out a beautiful gray ring of smoke that sailed up into the air without breaking and floated away over the hill. Very pretty, said Gandalf, but I have no time to blow smoke rings this morning. I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure that I'm arranging, and it's very difficult to find anyone. I should think so in these parts. We are plain quiet folk and have no use for adventures. Nasty, disturbing, uncomfortable things. Make you late for dinner. I can't think what anybody sees in them, said our Mr. Baggins, and stuck one thumb behind his braces and blew out another, even bigger smoke ring. Then he took out his morning letters and began to read, pretending to take no more notice of the old man. He had decided that he was not quite his sort and wanted him to go away. The old man did not move. He stood leaning on his stick and gazing at the hobbit without saying anything, till Bilbo got quite uncomfortable and even a little cross. Good morning, he said at last. We don't want any adventures here, thank you. You might try over the hill or across the water. By this he meant conversation was at an end. Oh, what a lot of things you do use good morning for, said Gandalf. Now you mean that you want to get rid of me, and that it won't be good till I move off. Not at all. Not at all, my dear sir. Let me see. I don't think I know your name. Yes, yes, my dear sir. And I do know your name, Mr. Bilbo Baggins. And you do know my name, though you don't remember that I belong to it. What a cool thing to say. I am Gandalf, and Gandalf means me. To think that I should have lived to be good morninged by Belladonna Took's son, as if I was selling buttons at the door. Gandalf, Gandalf, gracious me, the wandering wizard that gave old Took a pair of magic diamond studs that fastened themselves and never came undone till ordered. Not the fellow who used to tell such wonderful tales at parties about dragons and goblins and giants and the rescue of princesses and the unexpected luck of widows' sons. Not the man that used to make such particularly excellent fireworks. Those! Old Took used to have them on Midsummer's Eve. Splendid! They used to go up like great lilies and snapdragons and laburnums of fire and hang in the twilight all evening. You will notice already that Mr. Baggins was not quite so prosy as he liked to believe, and also that he was very fond of flowers. The hat is very fitting for this, right? If I could live in a hobbit hole, I would. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's my hobbit hat. Dear me, he went on, not the Gandalf who was responsible for so many quiet lads and lasses going off into the blue for mad adventures. Anything from climbing trees to visiting elves or sailing on ships, sailing to other shores. Bless me. Life used to be quite I mean, you used to upset things badly in these parts once upon a time. I beg your pardon, but I had no idea you were still in business. Where else should I be? Said the wizard. All the same, I am pleased to find you remember something about me. You seem to remember my fireworks kindly, at any rate, and that is not without hope. Indeed, for your old grandfather Took's sake, and for the sake of poor Belladonna, I will give you what you asked for. I beg your pardon, I haven't asked for anything. Yes, you have. Twice now. My pardon. I give it to you. In fact, I will go so far as to send you on this adventure. Very amusing for me, very good for you, And profitable too, very likely, if you ever get over it. Sorry, I don't want any adventures. Thank you. Not today. Good morning. But please come to tea anytime you like. Why not tomorrow? Come tomorrow. Goodbye. With that, the hobbit turned and scuttled inside his round green door and shut it as quickly as he dared, not to seem rude. Wizards, after all, are wizards. What on earth did I ask him to tea for? He said to himself as he went to the pantry. I've had that feeling so many times. Like you go up to a friend and you're like, yeah, let's get together soon. And then you leave and you're like, why did I say that? He had only just had breakfast, but he he thought a cake or two and a drink of something would do him good after his fright. I love that so. Gandalf, in the meantime, was still standing outside the door and laughing long but quietly. After a while, he stepped up and, with the spike on his staff, scratched a queer sign on the hobbit's beautiful green front door. Then he strode away, just about the time when Bilbo was finishing his second cake and beginning to think that he had escaped adventures very well. Gotta have a sweet little treat. I did a big thing. I had a fright, so I need a treat. Oh, this is so fun. Have y'all read this book? It's delightful. Okay, here we go. The next day he had almost forgotten about Gandalf. He did not remember things very well unless he put them down on his engagement tablet like this. Gandalf T. Wednesday. Yesterday he had been too flustered to do anything of the kind. It's such a great book. I'm so glad y'all have read it. Just before tea time, there came a tremendous ring on the front door bell, and then he remembered. He rushed and put on the kettle and put out another cup and saucer and an extra cake or two and ran to the door. You watch the play? Play! Ooh, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting, he was going to say, when he saw that it was not Gandalf at all. It was a dwarf with a blue beard tucked into a golden belt and very bright eyes under his dark green hood. As soon as the door was opened, he pushed inside just as if he had been expected. He hung his hooded cloak on the nearest peg and said, Wallen, at your service, he said with a low bow. Bilbo Baggins, at yours, said the hobbit, too surprised to ask any questions for the moment. When the silence that followed had become uncomfortable, he added, I am just about to take tea. Pray come and have some with me. A little stiff, perhaps, but he meant it kindly. And what would you do if an uninvited dwarf came and hung his things up in your hall without a word of explanation? They had not been at the table long. In fact, they had hardly reached the third cake when there came another, even louder ring at the bell. Excuse me, said the hobbit, and off he went to the door. So you've got here at last. That was what he was going to say to Gandalf this time, but it was not Gandalf. Instead, there was a very old looking dwarf on the step with a white beard and a scarlet hood. And he too hopped inside as soon as the door was opened, just as if he had been invited. I see they've begun to arrive already, he said when he caught sight of Dwalin's green hood hanging up. He hung his red one next to it and said, Dwalin, at your service. He said it with his hand on his breast. Thank you, said Bilbo with a gasp. It was not the correct thing to say, but they have begun to arrive had flustered him badly. He liked visitors, but he liked to know them before they arrived, and he preferred to ask them himself. He had a horrible thought that the cakes might run short, and then he, as the host, he knew his duty and stuck to it however painful. He might have to go without. Come along in and have some tea, he managed to say after taking a deep breath. A little beer would suit me better if it was all the same to you, my good sir, said Balin with the white beard. But I don't mind some cake. Seed cake, if you have any. Let's, Bilbo found himself answering to his own surprise, and he found himself scuttling off, too, to the cellar to fill a pint of beer mug, and then to a pantry to fetch two beautiful round seed cakes, which he had baked that afternoon for his after supper morsel. He's having to hand out all his bedtime snacks. Oof, that's rough. When he got back, Wallen and Dwalin were talking at the table like old friends. As a matter of fact, they were brothers. Bilbo plumped down the beer and the cake in front of them when loud came a ring at the bell again, and then another ring. Right? This is this is our dinner time reading. Cake for dinner. Hi, Sweden official, early friend. Welcome. We're reading The Hobbit. Woo! Ooh, and thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Gandalf for certain this time, he thought as he puffed along the passage. But it was not. It was two more dwarves, both with blue hoods, silver belts, and yellow beards, and each of them carried a bag of tools and a spade. In they hopped as soon as the door began to open. Bilbo was hardly surprised at all. What can I do for you, my dwarves? He said. Keely at your service, said the one, and Feely, said the other one. And they both swept off their blue hoods and bowed. At yours and your families, replied Bilbo, remembering his manners this time. Dwalin and Balin are here already, I see, said Keely. Let us join the throng. Throng, thought Mr. Baggins. I don't like the sound of that. I really must sit down for a minute and collect my wits and have a drink. He had only just had a sip in the corner while the four dwarfs sat round the table and talked about mines and gold and troubles with the goblins and the depredations of dragons and lots of other things that he did not understand and did not want to, for they sounded much too adventurous. That's your boys, Feely and Keely. I love that. When again, ding dong ling ding, his bell rang again, as if some naughty little hobbit boy was trying to pull the handle off. Someone at the door, he said, blinking. I have your heart. Oh, I love that. Some four, I should say by the sound, said Feely. Besides, we saw them coming along behind us in the distance. Oh, bless him. The poor little hobbit sat down in the hall and put his head in his hands and wondered what had happened and what was going to happen and whether they would all stay to supper. Then the bell rang again louder than ever, and he had to run to the door. It was not four, after all, it was five. Another dwarf had come along while he was wandering in the hall. He had hardly turned the knob before they were all inside, bowing and saying, At your service, one after the other. Dory, Nori, Ori, Owen, and Glowin wore their gray hoods, and very soon two purple hoods, a gray hood, a brown hood, and a white hood were hanging on the pegs. And off they marched with their broad hands stuck in their gold and silver belts to join the others. Already it had almost become a throng. Sweet Bilbo, he is struggling. Poor guy. Some called for ale, some for porter, one for coffee, and all of them for cakes. And so the hobbit was kept very busy for a while. A big jug of coffee had just been set in the hearth. The seed cakes were gone, and the dwarves were starting on a round of buttered scones when there came a loud knock. Not a ring, but a hard rat tat on the hobbit's beautiful green door. Somebody was banging with a stick. Bilbo rushed along the passage, very angry and altogether bewildered and bewildered. This was the this was the most awkward Wednesday he ever remembered. Oh, thank you, Teague. 3 minute until ads. That should have been the title of the stream. This was the most awkward Wednesday he ever remembered. Oh, the poor guy. He's struggling. He pulled open the door with a jerk, and they all fell in, one on top of the other. More dwarfs, four more. And there was Gandalf behind, leaning on his staff and laughing. He had made quite a dent on the beautiful door. He had also, by the way, knocked out the secret mark that he had put there the morning before. Sneaky sneak. Carefully, carefully, he said. It is not like you, Bilbo, to keep friends waiting on the mat and then open the door like a pop gun. Let me introduce Biffer, Bofer, Bomber, and especially Thorin. At your service, said Biffer, Bofer, and Bomber, standing in a row. Then they hung up two yellow hoods and a pale green one, and also a sky blue one with a long silver tassel. This last one belonged to Thorin, an enormously important dwarf. In fact, no other than the great Thorin Oakenshield himself, who was not at all pleased with falling flat on Bilbo's mat with Biffer, Bofer, and Bomber on top of him. For one thing, Bomber was immensely fat and heavy. Thorin indeed was very haughty and said nothing about service. But poor Mr. Baggins said he was sorry so many times that at last he grunted, "Pray don't mention it," and stopped frowning. "Now we're all here," said Gandalf, looking at the row of 13 hoods, the best detachable party hoods, and his own hat hanging on the pegs. "Quite a merry gathering. I hope there's something left for the late comers to eat and drink. What's that? Tea? No, thank you. A little red wine, I think, for me." "And for me," said Thorin. "And raspberry jam and apple tart," said Biffer. "And mince pies and cheese," said Bofer. "And pork pie and salad," said Bomber. "And more cakes and ale and coffee, if you don't mind," called the other dwarfs through the door. "Put on a few eggs, that's a good fellow," Gandalf called after him, as the hobbit stumped off to the pantries. "And just bring out the cold chicken and pickles." Seems to know about as much about the inside of my larders as I do myself, thought Mr. Baggins, who was feeling positively flummoxed and was beginning to wonder whether a most wretched adventure had not come right into his house. By the time he had got all the bottles and dishes and knives and forks and glasses and plates and spoons and things piled up on big trays, he was getting very hot and red in the face and annoyed. "If you'd escape but bother these dwarves," he said aloud, "why don't they come and lend a hand?" Lo and behold, there stood Balin and Dwalin at the door of the kitchen, and Feely and Keely behind them. And before he could say knife, they had whisked the trays and a couple of small tables into the parlor and set out everything afresh. Gandalf sat at the head of the party with 13 dwarves around, and Bilbo sat on a stool at the fireside, nibbling at a biscuit. His appetite was quite taken away, and trying to look as if this was all perfectly ordinary and not in the least an adventure. The dwarfs ate and talked, and time got on. At last they pushed their chairs back, and Bilbo made a move to collect the plates and glasses. "I suppose you will all stay to supper," he said in his politest, unpressing tones. "Of course," said Thorin, "and after. We shan't get through the business till late, and we must have some music first. Now, to clear up." Thereupon the 12 dwarfs, not Thorin, he was too important, stayed talking to Gandalf, jumped to their feet and made tall piles of all the things. Off they went, not waiting for trays, balancing columns of plates, each with a bottle on the top, with one hand, while the hobbit ran after them, almost squeaking with fright. "Please be careful, and please no trouble. I can manage." But the dwarves only started to sing, chip the glasses and crack the plates, blunt the knives and bend the forks. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. Smash the bottles and burn the corks. Cloth and tread on the fat. Pour the milk on the pantry floor. Leave the bones on the bedroom mat. Splash the wine on every door. Dump the crocks in a boiling bowl. Pound them up with a thipping pole. And when you've finished, if any are whole, send them down the hall to roll. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. So carefully, carefully with the plates. And of course, they did none of these dreadful things, and everything was cleaned and put away safe as quick as lightning, while the hobbit was turning round and round in the middle of the kitchen, trying to find out what they were doing. And then they went back and found Thorin with his feet on the fender, smoking a pipe. he was blowing the most enormous smoke rings. And whenever he told one to go, it went up the chimney, or behind the clock on the mantelpiece, or under the table, or round and round the ceiling. But wherever it went, it was not quick enough to escape Gandalf. Pop! He sent a smaller smoke ring from his short clay pipe straight through each one of Thorin's. Then Gandalf's smoke ring would go green and come back to hover over the wizard's head. He had a cloud of them about him already, and in the dim light it made him look strange and sorcerous. Bilbo stood and watched. He loved smoke rings, and then he blushed to think how proud he had been yesterday morning of the smoke rings he had sent up the wind over the hill. Now for some music, said Thorin. Bring out the instruments. Keely and Feely rushed for their bags and brought back little fiddles. Dory, Nori, and Ori brought out the flutes from somewhere inside their coats. Bomber produced a drum from the hall. Bifur and Bofer went out too and came back with clarinets they had left among the walking sticks. Dwalin and Balin said, Excuse me, I left mine in the porch. Just bring mine in with you, said Thorin. They came back with viols as big as themselves, and with Thorin's harp wrapped in a green cloth. It was a beautiful golden harp, and when Thorin struck it, the music began all at once. So sudden and so sweet that Bilbo forgot everything else and was swept away into dark lands under strange moons, far over the water and very far from his hobbit hole under the hill. The dark came into the room from the little window that opened in the side of the hill. The firelight flickered. It was April, and they still played on, while the shadow of Gandalf's beard wagged against the wall. The dark filled all the room when the fire died down. The shadows were lost, and still they played on. And suddenly, first one and then another began to sing as they played, deep throated singing of the dwarves in the deep places of their ancient homes. And this is like a fragment of their song, if it can be like their song without their music. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day to seek the pale enchanted gold. The dwarves of yore made mighty spells, while hammers fell like ringing bells in places deep where dark things sleep, in hollow halls beneath the fells. For ancient king and elvish lord, there many a gleaming golden hoard they shaped and wrought, and light they caught to hide in gems on hilt of sword. On silver necklaces they strung the flowering stars, on crowns they hung the dragon fire, in twisted wire they meshed the light of moon and sun. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day to claim our long forgotten gold. Goblets they carve there for themselves, and harps of gold. Where no man dwells, there lay they long, and many a song was sung unheard by men or elves. The pines were roaring on the heights, the winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread, the trees like torches blazed with light. The bells were ringing in the dale, and men looked up with faces pale. The dragon's ire, more fierce than fire, laid low their towers and houses frail. The mountains smoked beneath the moon. The dwarves, they heard the tramp of doom. They fled their hall to dying fall beneath his feet, beneath the moon. Far over the misty mountains grim, to dungeons deep and caverns dim, we must away ere break of day to win our harps and gold from him. As they sang, the hobbit felt the love of beautiful things made by hands and by cunning and by magic moving through him, a fierce and a jealous love, the desire of the heart of dwarves. Then something tookish woke up inside him, and he wished to go and see the great mountains and hear the pine trees and the waterfalls and explore the caves and wear a sword instead of a walking stick. He looked out of the window. The stars were out in a dark sky above the trees. He thought of the jewels of the dwarves shining in dark caverns. Suddenly, in the wood beyond the water, a flame leapt up, probably somebody lighting a wood fire, and he thought of plundering dragons settling on his quiet hill and kindling it all to flames. He shuddered, and very quickly he was playing Mr. Baggins of Bag End under the hill again. He got up trembling. He had less than half a mind to fetch the lamp, and more than half a mind to pretend to, and go and hide behind the beer barrels in the cellar and not come out again until all the dwarfs had gone away. Suddenly he found that the music and the singing had stopped, and they were all looking at him with eyes shining in the dark. "Where are you going?" said Thorin, in a tone that seemed to show that he guessed both halves of the hobbit's mind. "What about a little light?" said Bilbo apologetically. "We like the dark," said all the dwarfs. "Dark for dark business. There are many hours before dawn." "Of course," said Bilbo, and he sat down in a hurry. He missed the stool and sat in the fender, knocking over the poker and the shovel with a crash. "Hush," said Gandalf. "Let Thorin speak." And this is how Thorin began. "Oof." Thanks, Alice. You hear it in my voice? I love that line, though. Then something tookish woke up inside him. Brother, I have goosebumps. I have been going on a while. I did for real life. What's a good stopping point? I'm captivated just reading it. Like I want to go on this whole adventure right now. Okay, but this might be. Do you want to go on, or do you want to stop here before Thorin says what he's going to say? End of the chapter. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9 pages until the end of chapter. Probably. I think Cowboy is streaming right now, right? Is that for true? Yeah, she's live. They're playing content warning right now. What say we stop? I'll find a bookmark somewhere in this place. Like, surely I've got paper somewhere, right? Nope, it's a wet wipe. I don't really want to, but we're gonna stop. Um, it's so good. It's such a good book. I really want to read it more. Okay, so here, she's live and not playing content warning yet, so she's still chatting. Let's go chat with her before she gets started. What do you say? Um, thanks, Teague, for looking out. An artist with paper, right? Who knew? Um, since y'all redeemed the community challenge, I will leave it up to you all. Do you want me to do it every stream? Do you want me to begin the stream with reading? Do you want me to end it with reading? Do you want me to have a separate stream with reading only? This is something that you all have done. So I want to know what you would like with The Hobbit. And I'm excited to read more. I gotta know what happens, even though I already know. You said yeah. Yeah to all of it. Like read a chapter or half a chapter sometime in the stream. Any and all of that, yes. Okay, cool. So what we'll do, I'll just do it in stream. Yeah, I think it would be a good way to end stream. I certainly enjoy that. Like the last 30 minutes we just read. I love that. That's fantastic. And once we finish The Hobbit, I think I will take suggestions on what we could read next if you want. It's so hard to decide, right? I would read for like an hour more if I hadn't already told Cowboy that we were going to go visit. So here we go. Let's see here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Let's see if I can do this. Because I am a smart lady, a smart lady. You almost started crying. It's such a good story. It's so good. Yeah, and it's a really good story to read aloud for sure. Okay, so here we go. We've got a raid started to go see Cowboy. All right, thank you for the raid, Teague. Fantastic. Let's copy that, and then we've also got. Don't we have sub raid? There we go. If you are subscribed, you can copy that one to post in Cowboy Spaghetti stream. They are Cowboy's playing. What is she doing? Content warning. I've never played that before, but I hear that it's really fun. Like you're filming stuff. Yep, there's the link for the Discord, the socials. Teague, you are on it. I'm so impressed right now. I love you guys. I started in a funk and was so grumpy. And honestly, I'm so happy that I still decided to stream. We had fun with Chapel Rigatoni. Whenever I finish Chapel, I will post a picture in the Discord because it's hilarious and I love it. You have great ideas, and I'm so happy to be a part of this community with you. So, what are we going to do tonight? We're going to sleep well, we're going to hydrate, we're going to be nice to our friends, and we're going to do what? We're going to have a great night. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. We'll see you Friday, 2 p.m. studio stream. See you there. Bye, buddies.